NARCL, National Asset Reconstruction Company. National Asset Reconstruction Company. A key proposal announced in this year, a bad bank to deal with stressed assets in the loss-laden banking system. It has received all regulatory approvals. Now, what is the structure of bad bank? NARCL will acquire and aggregate the identified NPA non-performing assets from banks, while IDRCL under an exclusive arrangement will handle the debt resolution process. Although certain concerns were raised, eventually both NARCL and IDRCL have received the requisite approval. The concerns mainly arose on dual ownership structure and operational mechanism, with the setting up of two separate entities, NARCL and IDRCL. Majority owned by state-owned banks, the NARCL will be assisted by Indian Debt Resolution Company IDRCL, in turn majority owned by private banks in resolution process in the form of principal agent basis. Now, how will be the bad bank work? What does the principal agent mechanism entail? NARCL and IDRCL will have an exclusive arrangement that will be as per the scope defined in the debt management agreement to be executed between the two entities. This arrangement will be on a principal agent basis, and final approval and ownership for the resolution shall lie with the NARCL as the principal and agent mechanism that has been put in place to address regulatory concern. The final approval will still be done by the NARCL as the principal. So even though IDRCL is a majority owned by private banks, the final authority will rest with the NARCL, which is a majority owned by public sector banks. This has been done possibly to address the regulatory concerns around the bad bank structure. Now, what kind of resolution are expected? The asset resolution will be done in a phased manner. A total of 38 accounts aggregating Rs 82,845 crores have been identified for transfer to NARCL. In the first phase, at least 15 accounts worth Rs 50,335 crore will be transferred to the proposed bad bank by March 31st. Initially, an estimated of Rs 2 lakh crore worth of bad assets was planned to be transferred. However, some of these accounts have already been resolved and further resolution will happen. With a combination of post-COVID moratorium and recoveries, there was an actual decline in the NPAs from Rs 8.4 lakh crore in 2020 to Rs 7.8 lakh crore in 2021. The State Bank of India said that IDRCL is expected to bring in superior resolution technique, preserve the value, showcase brownfield assets, and attract domestic as well as foreign investors. Alternate investment funds, this will free up capital for further blank lending, it said. What will the government guarantee? The NARCL will purchase these bad loans through a 1585 structure, where it will pay 15% of the sale consideration in cash and issue security receptors for the remaining 85%. The SRs will be guaranteed by the government. The government guarantee will essentially cover the gap between the face value of security receipt and realized value of assets when eventually sold to the prospective buyers. The government approved a 5-year guarantee of up to Rs 30,600 crore for security receipts to be issued by NARCL as non-cash consideration on the transfer of NPAs. This will address the bank's RBI concern about incremental provisioning. Government guarantee valid for 5 years helps in improving the value of security receipts, their liquidity and tradability. A form of contingent liability, the guarantee does not involve any immediate cash outgo for the central government.